Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Our Way of Thinking TV, where I bring y'all trending topics and real life conversations. If you know, you know, tap in and let her cook. And listen, before we get into anything, I want to shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank y'all for getting me to 200. Listen, I know we still so far away. But I'm thankful for the 200, and it's been a long time coming. And on my part, I know I need to be more consistent. I'm trying to do that. It's not easy. I do a lot of things outside of YouTube as well. I'm still working 50 hours a week at the job. Listen, yeah. So things get a little in the way, a lot be going on, so I do apologize. Y'all got to bear with me. Um, I'm trying to drop, but yeah, it can get a little heavy sometimes. But other than that, I still just want to thank y'all for those that do believe in me, do like the content. Y'all comment, y'all like. I appreciate it. Um, but we gonna get back into story here. I spoke about this. This is probably about part three for me. Because I spoke on this about three times. The Tyrone Davis. I'm real invested in this story. I don't know what it is, but I really want to know what happened, and I'm really hoping that the family find out and get their justice. This story just been on my mind. And they just keep coming out with new things, and it's not looking good for the girlfriend, and that's why I really want to know, because did she really have something to do with this? Because if she did, it's really effed up, y'all. Because it seemed like he was a good dude. It seemed like he did a lot for her. Um, and I can't understand what the motive would be. What was going on? Did she know something that we don't know, or whatever the case may be? Or then they got it coming out now where they say her past, when you look at her past, she been abusive. Um, she been getting the cops called on her before. So I don't know, maybe this is just a thing where maybe she likes a toxic relationship. Um, you would be surprised that some females who get treated very well, and they don't like that. They like to fight. They like to be in toxic situations. It's funner for them. It makes them more happier. I don't know. But it's just a messed up situation, sad situation, because she's still not really saying too much. But we do got more, where the family has gone out to Gainesville and they spoke to some witnesses. We got some witnesses. We gonna get into the video and react to it. And then we can also see actually where he was dropped off, under the bridge and things like that. We can get a more of a visual. You get what I'm saying? Because when they was telling the story about how he was found under a bridge, I didn't see it how, what's coming out now is giving me a better picture and a better understanding. So the family, they still on it. Salute to them. You get what I'm saying? They not letting up, and that's just how it should be. I would want somebody to be like that for me. If something mysteriously happened to me and it don't make sense and it don't sound right, I would love for people to ride for me like this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not taking that away from their family. For the family, they really out there doing what they supposed to do, because if they don't, nobody else is going to. But yeah. Y'all can go watch the other two videos I did on this. This the third one. We gonna get into the video, react. Um, Once again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tap in with me. We here. I thank y'all, and let's
You want
go.
to say what you initially saw?
He had a pulse.
Okay.
He was breathing. I opened up his pupils to make sure his pupils were good. They were normal. Okay. He was kind of moving around a little bit, like he was kind of disoriented. And I kept saying, "Hey, I'm a nurse.
Now, this is the witnesses, y'all. These are the people that found him under the bridge. And she just happened to be a nurse. So, yeah.
My name's Brandy. Can I help you? No response.
So when you bloggers or whatever, figure out.
Oh, yeah. And shout out to M. Keisha Investigates. This is where I got the video from. Y'all go subscribe to her. She got dope content. Make sure y'all go check her out.
What y'all want to say is not no one against no other. It's nothing but justice for Dro. It's nothing but Tyrone Davis. That's all what it's about. That's it. That's all. Tyrone Davis. We going how far we gotta go to the limit. We going to the top about justice for Dro. That's right. The same mouth you looking at right now was the same mouth on the corner having car washes for about justice for Dro. That's right. The same mouth you looking at right now was the same mouth on the corner having car washes for burying the Jenny's son, Renee's son. Yeah, this family, the same family. It ain't about what you did, what we did, but we done been through them with all of them. So guess what? Ain't no backing down now. Ain't no backing down now. The funeral is the 24th. I keep saying funeral. The 24th, I'll get back y'all with answers on where when by Monday.
January 17th, more information has come out about the tragedy involving Tyrone Davis Jr. His family will leave from Fort Lauderdale today and head down to Gainesville, Florida to get more answers. While down there, the family will speak to two people who had just left a restaurant in the area, and they would be the same two people to find Dro laying in the street close to the underpass on Archie Road. The couple will go into detail about Dro being found by himself, and they will also speak about Lulu finally arriving on the scene just about 2 minutes before the ambulance would take him to the hospital. However, sadly, according to them, they said Lulu did not pull up and appeared to be worried about what happened to her boyfriend.
Now, you can see in this video in the background, that is the bridge that they were talking about that they found him under.
But they said she appeared to be more concerned with getting her story straight. Also, in a previous video, I would show which side of the road that Tyrone was said to be on. However, it was determined that Tyrone's body was actually on the opposite side of the road going towards the Papa John's, but they had just left the Papa John's. Somehow, someway, they would end up going back the same way that Papa John's was. So at some point, they must have turned around, and it had to be once they passed up under that bridge if Tyrone was obviously found on that side of the road.
We got the whole family walking to meet the nurse that found my cousin on the side of the road. The whole family.
How are you guys? Oh Lord. Yeah. Sorry, y'all.
It's so sad. It's so sad. We just want answers.
We don't have all the answers, but I want to give some honest perspective from what happened. We were at the Texas Roadhouse.
And for y'all that just joined, this is the nurse and her husband that tried to help my cousin.
Yet. I'm hoping so.
Okay, fiance.
But at 5 o'clock, we left Texas Roadhouse, like 5:02. We were at this light behind a car.
Yes.
There was a red car in front of us. There was another guy involved too.
Yes, I talked to him.
Okay, you talked to him?
Yes,
Okay,
I
good.
have his information.
He pulls forward and he stops. I'm like, what's this guy doing? And I honk and he turns his blinkers on. Like, okay, he's not working. We go around, we see someone's in the road. She's a nurse, so we immediately pull over.
So where were you not to stop y'all?
We were in this lane.
It's outside
His
lane.
car would have been right here.
He had the flashers on.
He has flashers. We got here, we see his body. He was up there about 15 feet.
Yep.
We get out. She immediately runs over. I had gloves in the car. She's checking in. You want to say what you initially saw?
He had a pulse. Okay. He was breathing. I opened up his pupils to make sure his pupils were good. They were normal. Okay. He was kind of moving around a little bit, like he was kind of disoriented. And I kept saying, "Hey, I'm a nurse. My name's Brandy. Can I help you?" No response. Kind of just kept moving around a little bit.
While she was on the ground, I was surveying the area. One of the things I want to mention, I believe you said he always had 2 phones on him?
Yeah.
3. He had 3. Oh, 3.
Yes, 3.
He had a this is what I thought was suspicious, is there was his wallet and his phone. There was about $15 in cash, like laid out like this, as if to show this wasn't a robbery. It looked like someone set it there, like all nice. The wings were right by his feet, they hadn't been opened. The pizza was all over the road. The other thing I want to say, why was the car going this way if the pizza place is down that way?
Right.
That's the important thing I wanted to relate. They should not have been coming that way with fresh food. And their hotel was over here.
Yes.
So they were coming back, which didn't make sense with that story. But we called
Thank you.
We called 911. By the way, I heard the report there was a homeless person who saw something. I was standing here, I didn't see anybody. So I just wanted to mention that.
Because we kind of thought that was a robbery or something like that. So we were trying to be super careful, wondering if there was anybody around. And we didn't see anybody. I told the guy that had pulled over, that had the flashers on, I told him, I said, call 911 right now.
Yeah, I said, have you called 911 yet? He said, no. I said, call right now.
And guess what?
So,
He reached out to me.
Good.
And he said that he was grunting when he walked over to him. As he pulled over, he saw paper in the road, so he slowed down. Then he saw a body. He said he thought it was a homeless person in the street, but he got out his car and realized the paper was money, not paper. And that's when he said he picked the money up to put it back in his wallet.
Okay, well, there you go.
So at the end of the day, he said you pulled up, but he said when he walked over to him, he was just grunting and moving.
We got out right after he did, so
yeah, so it's right there.
Time.
Yes, very little time.
What I want you to check out.
When you say 15 minutes.
Hold on. What do you want? I know exactly where he was, but what do you want to check
what I want you to check out is find out when 911 got the call and find out when the ambulance left, because she arrived about 2 minutes before the ambulance did. So
before the ambulance?
The ambulance was already here, and she showed up. And the thing that I talk about is I don't know if she was driving or someone else was driving. She alleged she was driving. I'm going to say this. I have a lot of first responders in my family. I've been in a lot of these situations. When someone has a loved one that's on the street like that, you come up and you're like, oh my God, what happened? Is he okay? I was up at the gas station. I was waiting for him. I sure hope he's okay. That's why I wanted to talk to you guys. She showed up to give her story to make sure it was set straight. It was not like, where is he? Is he okay? Let me in there with it. It was nothing. I was nothing like that. There was no concern on her at all. And I told that to the police at the moment. And
yes, and
So they saying when the girlfriend pulled up, she ain't had no concern. What it sounding like to me that she attacked him, if not him, because now I know they said from me doing other videos, they said she had a broke foot or something. She had a cast on her foot. So I'm not believing she did this by herself. I believe there was somebody else there. And from him being on the other side of the road, see, they're coming back to their hotel. So they would be on the opposite side. He was found on the other side. It seems to me as if he was trying to get away. Maybe he did jump out the car and try to run as if he was being attacked. Because something just don't sound right for you to be on the other side and then this is a man. I don't think for a second that she done knocked this man. They saying he was like pretty much unconscious and he wasn't speaking. I don't feel like this girl is just unless she a heavyweight boxer or something, to knock this man out like that, and have him unconscious. I don't feel like she acted alone. I don't feel like it was just something. Maybe she hit him with the car. Maybe she was chasing him. You feel what I'm saying? Because once again, how did he get on the other side of the road? It sounds to me like he may have jumped out the car, started running, got to the other side. She turned around, whoever was driving turned around, started chasing him, and maybe hit him with the car. This is all alleged. I'm just trying to paint a picture of what it's sounding like.
Here's the thing, January 6th, Gainesville, Gilchrist, no, Gainesville, I'm targeting just y'all. I talked to this guy, he reached out to me right after it happened. I had 400 and something messages in my inbox going live. Something say on January 6th, check your messages. And the guy said I was the first one on the scene, and they joined me. They say the nurse was not my wife or my girlfriend. They came in another car afterwards. I said, let me ask you a question. Did you talk to the police? He said, I gave them my number. I gave the detectives and the police on the scene, and they never called to this day. They told the Davis family, we've been reaching out to him, but we couldn't get an answer. They also said that they wanted answers.
This is my cousin Daddy, y'all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Yes, God is in the midst.
Thank you so much.
We asked the detective, we asked that first guy that robbed, witness number
Hold
one.
on for a minute. I want y'all to give me a briefing on what y'all were and what y'all saw.
Okay, we've been
catching
Tasha. We were at this light. We come through. There was a car in front of us.
Hold on.
I am.
Okay, go.
He turned his blinkers on, so we went around him. We go around him, we see he didn't stop because his car was broken, but there was someone in the road. She's a nurse, that's her job. She says, we got to get out and help them. We get out. She goes up and helps him. I'm securing the scene, making sure it's safe. I didn't see anybody else around. We must have been there. I don't know the timeline. I gave Tasha some information that can help figure out the timeline.
Yes.
Because we called 911 less than a minute after the other gentleman called 911. It's just a minute.
Yes, sir.
And she assessed him. She stabilized him. She made sure his neck was okay. We got him out of the road and moved him to the side.
Yes, sir.
I did see on the ground, right by him was his wallet with money sticking out, a cell phone. He had his wings. The pizza was all over the place. And what I told him is what I thought was weird is the pizza place is that way. And he had fresh hot food. Why were they going this way again if the hotel was over there? That didn't make sense to me.
There's a lot of things in this consistency that don't make sense. Like I say, okay, go ahead.
Okay, what's this? Oh. So as we're there, we might have been there 15, 20 minutes. I don't know the timeline. The way to find out the timeline is find out when they called 911 and find out when the ambulance left to go to the hospital. You get that timestamp because she pulled up. I don't know if she was driving or someone was driving her. We did not look for that. She pulled up.
She as a who?
Kiera.
I don't know.
Okay.
Lulu showed up. She didn't come up to us. She went up to him because they were putting him on the stretcher in the ambulance. And she had no concern in her voice. She had no... If she was on the side of the road and I drove up, I would be like, oh my God, what happened? Is he okay? She was not like that. She was there to get her story straight. That's all she did. She kept repeating. It's like she rehearsed in her mind. She's like, get my story.
Tasha, come on. Go live. Let this man
This is right here. This right here.
Hold on. Let us speak. Go ahead. Finish down what you were saying.
And that's what I was saying.
Repeat that last word.
It was the fact that she showed up. And by the way, she got that boot on her foot. She was moving pretty quick. She was not hobbling at all.
They said she got that boot on her foot. She was moving fast. Is her leg really broke? Is her foot really broke? Because that's the same thing I'm trying to think. Like, they said her foot was broke. How she did all this? That's why I feel like she couldn't have did it by herself. Did she have help? You get what I'm saying? Because did she knock this man out or something? Like, what? They said blunt force trauma to the back of the head. She either hit him with that car, but see, if she would have hit him with the car, that car would be damaged because she had to have hit him hard for him to be passed out like that. What hit him? You get what I'm saying? Did she got that boot on her foot? Man, listen, this sound crazy.
But she went up to the ambulance just to say, oh, I was up at the Circle K. He was upset and got out of the car, and I was waiting for him for 5 minutes. It was no 5 minutes. It was close. She said they had an argument, and he was hot, and so he got out of the car. And that would make no sense to get out of the car right here. I am worried that if he got out of the car and she spun off, she might have bumped into him.
Hit the gas. That's
what. Hold on. Let him do his
job. And hit the gas. But again, we don't know. We did not see any of that. Now you saw.
I said go get something for his head.
I got a clean roll of paper towels. We put it to give him like a pillow.
Right, because I didn't want his head to be laying on the ground.
whenever we saw him, he could never speak. He was less conscious, but he went into a deeper state of unconsciousness. He looked like he was about to seizure.
Yeah.
So
And I asked Lulu, does he have any medical problems? Does he have diabetes? Does he have seizures? I said, does he have any kind of medical problems that the ambulance needs to know about? And she said, no, not that I know of.
And she was calm the entire time?
Oh yeah.
Did he have any bruises? Any bruises consistent with getting hit by a car?
No. I saw his legs. I had to move his legs off the street. Now, I did not think he was homeless. He looked like he was in his PJs. He looked like he was comfortable.
Yes, sir.
He had on his sweats, and we moved him off the road. But there was no any sign, anything.
No signs of getting hit by a car.
The only thing on him was the spot.
So if he did not get hit by a car, what hit this man to knock him out? A female with a boot on her foot. Like, this is crazy. You get what I'm saying? Like, she had to hit him. Did she hit him with the back of a weapon? And that's why I feel like he was on the other side of the road, because he probably tried to run. If she was attacking him, he probably tried to run, and she was chasing him. That's what it sounded like to me. With the pizza, if he didn't get hit by a car, how is the pizza all over the place and the chicken wings all over the place?
Right here,
Around spot,
right here.
That's all we saw.
And I just love the
And could that have been when y'all pulled him out the road? He got the scratches on
We didn't pull him, but me and the other guy, we lifted him up to get him off the road safely and gently.
Because he was in the right lane.
Yeah, he was in the lane.
So, we moved him
So
over
prior
the
to
right
the paramedics arriving on the scene, where was the Lulu girl?
Well, we never saw her. She only pulled up in the last 2 minutes before he left to go to the hospital. We stuck around until the ambulance was.
She told us that she saw the light.
We were here for a while, so if you could, we know it was 5:02 p.m. when we left the restaurant, so it was still daylight out, but the sun was setting quick. By the time we left, it was dark out.
About how long was the ambulance here?
Ambulance was maybe here less than 5. Well, maybe 7. They came over to help you, and then they put him on the stretcher and got him over there. So the ambulance was probably on scene about 7 minutes.
Real quick, real fast.
It was pretty quick.
And they took him in under John Doe.
But she said she
I don't know that because he had a wallet with him.
Yes, they did.
Now sometimes they do that to protect victims. They don't.
Yeah, you can ask the nurse. So they told us that he was under John Doe, but my brother was there, and then they moved him to a trauma name because they didn't know.
Which is normal for hospitals to do that if they think it's a suspicious something that's going on.
Thank you.
That is normal from my perspective working in hospitals.
So once again, as a father, right? You telling me this girl's safe? She didn't have no concern?
If this was my loved one, I'd be like, why is she so cold? She had no concern in her voice. She was more concerned.
Contact us at all.
She was more concerned to getting her story straight so she wouldn't get in trouble. From my perspective.
I asked her who she was. I said, who are you? And she said, I'm his girlfriend.
I'm glad you
And I said, does he have any medical problems?
Wow.
But y'all didn't know where she came.
Did the police contact you?
I can tell you, she came.
No.
Okay, so there's the question. They said no, the police has not contacted them.
Make a U-turn and come back. I don't know what
Like a white SUV, wasn't it?
A white Infinity truck.
Right here.
That's it. Last scene.
That's it right there.
That's it. That's her vehicle right there.
That's our truck.
On Archer Road.
I wasn't paying attention, but at that point, this place was crawling with law enforcement and emergency services, so I wasn't watching.
I was focused on Tyrone, and he was watching everything else.
Yeah.
And I want to thank y'all. I want to thank y'all so much because at the end of the day, like, we still just looking for answers.
Brother, do not lose faith in people.
I'm not.
I heard something you said and that hurt my heart. And that's why I wanted to talk to you because
Yes,
there are good people out there.
There's so
We'll
many
stay
good people.
together.
We thank
Kiara has the phone now. We don't have none of his belongings.
And Natasha and Big Tyrone are making it very clear that they don't want any drama. They just want justice for Dro, and they don't feel like the story is adding up. It was also made very clear that the Jennings and Davis side are standing together for justice. The only problem they seem to have had was Dro's mother wanting Lulu at the funeral, and she made it very clear when they were setting up arrangements that she'd be there. However, the Davis side of the family was not going for it, and that appeared to be where the divide came in.
Signs say Archer Road. It's like a heavy burden. We out here in Gainesville. I'm finna turn this camera around and let y'all see this bridge and the actual spot my nephew died in. How we know? Not through the police. You best believe my live give answers. Family seeking answers, and they coming. And every which way they coming.
Justice for my cousin. We won't stop.
They on both sides of the bridge, but I wanted to come down here exactly to show y'all this bridge and where we at. My nephew was found right up in this area, right here. Now y'all see that bridge? My nephew was found right here in this area. There's no way, if he was in the middle lane and got out to the right and ended up in this second lane right here, I'm sorry, in this little foyer right here, if he ended up in this foyer, and let me be specific, with a white beater on, whatever y'all want to call, white tank top and a pair of pants, whatever y'all want to call it, there's no way that he don't got no stuff, grazes, bruises, nothing on his body. This is the moment where he laid his life down at. This is where it all started at, when he became out the car under a bridge, and the bridge is right there. You can't have a tank top on. Thank you! You can't have a tank top on and a pair of pants and not no scratches. At the top of your shoulders, there was rough road debris.
Like they said, he had on like pajamas or something, and just a tank top. Ain't nobody getting out the car. This was around Christmas time. It had to been cold. Ain't nobody just getting out the car or told someone I'm gonna cool down. I'm gonna walk in some house shoes, and I don't know if he had on house shoes, slippers, or what. In them type of clothes. Yeah.
In the back of your head, at the very high top of your shoulders. But this is the area right here where his body was found at. Not through no police that message came from, not through no detectives that message came from, but from the first one on the scene. The first one on the scene, and we know he was on the scene because he backed it up with facts. He backed it up with evidence. January 6th, I talked to that man. You know what he said? Not one detective from Gainesville called him. Not one. And I ain't even going to go in details because my family told me not to do that. But not one detective called him. It's so sad that they didn't even reach out to him. We had him call them. We had him call them. You mean to tell me this busy road and the detectives say the traffic lights only catch a person running the red light? Other than that, they don't record anything. Come on, Gainesville, y'all got to do better. My nephew ain't jumped. He wasn't on no drugs. He got a reputation where people trying to slander his name. Nicky Stokes. But guess what? He was not an alcoholic. He drove trucks for a living. He was not an abuser. If that's the case, why did a witness call the police on Tyrone Davis, a.k.a. Lulu, at the Ritz-Carlton in Miami? Why did she go to jail for jumping on my nephew public records in Miami? I was so happy that people was joining the cause to take a stand.
So basically, she's saying this has happened before, where the girl has jumped on her nephew in Miami. So y'all kind of knew that they had somewhat of a toxic relationship. Maybe not coming from his side, maybe from her side. But y'all had to know she wasn't really wrapped too tight if she got other things on her of abuse, of, you know what I mean? Like, just
for justice for Dro. I got a heart. My family got a heart. We loved on the Jennings, just so you know. We was always connected all these years with our other sons, doing car washes, doing whatever it takes. We came together to make sure those boys go to rest. You gonna tell the story, baby? Tell the whole story. And without me trying to explain the situation, regardless of what you think, regardless of a side, it never was a side. The only thing that Davis had an issue with, we was not dealing with Lulu at all. We was not coming to grips with Lulu at all. It's our choice. But if that side decide to do that, that's fine. We got her nephew, Renee nephews out here, Renee mama out here, and guess what? They willing to take a stand and fight for answers. See, the division coming, and that's how it's supposed to come, to see how we're gonna react. We got love for that family, and that's why we come together for that family. But one thing we ain't gonna do, and we have our right, we're not dealing with no lies, and we're not having this woman in our dwelling, because at the same time, no. All you didn't do when you was over there at the hospital
We're not promoting violence. We just want to know what belongs to us, what happened, you know. My son, he can go from being I love you everything to jumping out of the car.
And it happened.
It didn't happen like that.
We ain't accepting that at all. It's Renee mama right here. You know why? Miss Aura Lee won't answer. She right here. And then right here.
I want to answer. I want to know what happened to my grandson. Because I know somebody murdered my grandson.
Come on now.
Yes, they did.
On now. Say whatever you want to
And he
say.
shouldn't have went out like that. And he wouldn't have went out like that because he loved his family. He loved his family. He wouldn't have did that. He wouldn't have hurt himself. He wouldn't have killed himself.
That's right.
No, he wouldn't have.
Lulu, you failed. And you lied.
And you didn't contact us.
You didn't contact
You
us,
didn't
Renee.
share no
You got a call the next day. You didn't.
Lulu, you better get it together, Lulu. Lulu out there just changing up stories and everything. What's going on? Does she got some type of issues? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And this is all alleged. I don't know her. I don't even think. Yeah, but does she got some type of like bipolar issues or something? You get what I'm saying? Like, what would be the motive to make her do this if she did? Like I said, alleged. Did she not want to be around him? Did she find something out? Like, was he cheating? Was he what? I just wish she would just keep it real. And I know she don't want to go to jail and all that, but man, give something. It's got to be something more. Ain't nobody just did that to that man for nothing.
Contact us either. And I asked my family to give you a pass. You drove to Gainesville 4 hours away. And then you called my mama and said he fell at the gas station and bumped his head. And now he in the hospital, brain dead. I told my family to give you a pass. They was upset you didn't even dial the number.
Come on, y'all.
You did. The very next day when you got the call or whenever you got the call, we supposed to got a call. If y'all gonna tell the story, Nikki Stokes, tell the whole story. Tell them how we extended our hand to that mother so many times to Renee, letting her know, come over, we need to get together, we need to have, she said, out her own mouth. I said, Renee, we want to go ahead and move forward and make funeral plans. And I said, we asking for you to come over so we can move on and make those funeral plans. We understood she was grieving, and we showed empathy for that. And I said, it's only one request the Davis family is asking. And that is for Lulu not coming to the funeral. And thank God it's already settled. Now she won't be coming. I'm going to say that first. But the first thing she said out my mouth, her mouth was, well, Kiara coming. And I was like, ooh, I can't tell my family that. So I held it inside. I kept it to myself and told them, she said she'll get back with me and let me know. And in my heart, I was like, Renee, I heard what you said. This is what I told her. I heard what you said. I said, Renee, think about it, pray about it. And I said, and then get back with me and let me know what you want to do, because we never had no problems with Renee family and our family. We always been as one. So, after a few days, they asked me, well, what did she say, Tasha? I said, she didn't say nothing. I didn't hear from her. So guess what? Her time expired. We moving on. Because I couldn't tell them what she had told me. So what I did was plan a candlelight. I planned a candlelight and said we're moving on. And then we got a call to say, why my mama ain't know nothing about this? Oh, why my mama ain't this and that? And when y'all say she's quiet, the family wasn't quiet. It was coming all through her daughter, the nonsense, the foolishness, and this and that. But I ain't even gonna give them that much power on this live. We here for one thing, so I'm gonna cut that short right now.
My heart continues to go out to this family. Whatever is done in the dark will come to light. Let me know your thoughts on what you felt the two witnesses had to say. Also, don't forget to hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.
Yeah, they still trying to get answers. They getting out there. They getting in the streets. They asking witnesses, which is dope. I feel like it's what you supposed to do. When you really want answers. They have not had the funeral yet. It's coming up. I definitely don't feel like. I think there's really big tension between the mother side and the father side. It's usually always like that in any family. And I think I'm just hoping that that funeral don't just I hope they don't tear that funeral up because when you got one side saying this, another side going hard, and it just it's getting a little messy between the families, between the two families. I could tell. The mother side they want the girlfriend there, which the father side they don't. So I'm just hoping that they can come to some type of agreement for that funeral, and it don't be no mess and nobody else get hurt. But yeah, I'm just bringing more updates for y'all who have been following the story. This is about part 3 I've done. If they come with more, I'll you know do my reaction on more. Until we get to the bottom of this, I definitely want to know what happened. Is there any cameras? Is there anything? Um, maybe somebody had would they have those in the car, like the car camera or whatever, and stuff like dash cam. Um, yeah, like if somebody had a dash cam, or you never know. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes things just happen like that. Miracles just happen like that to somebody might have just caught something and they ain't even know they caught it. But yeah, sad story. Y'all tell me what y'all think of this situation. Make sure y'all check out the other videos. Please, please keep running me up. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I thank y'all for joining me. Our Way of Thinking TV. I'm out.